What up, YouTube world? It's your bro, Outkast, of the Double O Bros, and this is Outkast Plays. And today we're playing Kona. Kona was made in 2017 by Canadian studio Parable and published by Ravenscourt. Full disclosure, I have played this game before, beaten it. I do not remember what this game is about. Past that, I'm a detective, I think. So, we're going to be going into this semi-blind. Anyway, let's begin with Kona. Music right off the bat is great. Graphics are fine. Wait. Yeah, motion blur disabled. Hate motion blur. Subtitles are enabled. That's most important. Voice languages in. Okay, we're good. I have nothing. So if you saw our first video, welcome to the morgue and the channel. It was basically our introduction, and as stated in that video, this is one of the games that I was going to be playing. It's going to be a large variety, at least 4 different games until we can get the live streams working. And Northern Quebec, October 1970.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads.
Ugh.
But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Oh, I get to drive? Oh, cool. On the road again.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Is that so? Man, I am hauling butt. Uh-oh.
When the roads were
It's
bad,
Beetlejuice.
muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it
it's
was
not a full
also
barn.
customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
The rest stop. Alright, what we got? What's going on around here? I can inspect this. How often does a road need to be closed to require 2 picnic tables at its gate? I guess that's a good question. You really need 2 picnic tables and 2 trash cans. I really like duplicity. Yep, just as I suspected. Trash. And an empty bottle. For some reason, we decided to take that. There's a watchtower. Could go up there. What else we got? Is on this? Something on this table? No. Something over here. From the door. Yeah. What we got? We got phone. Does anybody even work out here? It's just like just a. We got Manistan. It will be good. Northern Quebec and oh god. Northern Quebec and its inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Big dreams. Amazing dreams. Yeah, you could go all the way there. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might will be awakened. At the heart of the wilderness, the north is swarming with wolves, caribous, bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that are every bit the equals of Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. What? Come discover the North and experience a genuine white jungle. What? Canada is the Africa of America? I don't like that comparison. I like Canada. What's wrong with Canada? This flyer is self-deprecating. Not that there's anything wrong with Africa either, but I don't know. It just seemed wrong. Okay then. What a brochure. They just be handing those out, huh? It's gonna come up here anyway. A chest. That wasn't locked. Bolt cutters. Oh, excuse me. Pincer. Fire starter. Fire starter. I don't want the toolbox. What was that? Bird? I heard something. Man, I don't like being up here. This thing looks run down and rickety. Looks like these logs ain't had a proper scrubbing in a while. Oh, whoa. How did I miss this? Good designs. I think the middle one's the best. I'll just have that outside your parks or wherever this is. I assume it's a park or like a quaint town. Attention, route barrier.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Okay, well, this is interesting. Maybe I should have taken a picture. Oh no.
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Oh, I want to take a picture of the freaking masks. Yeah, I want to keep it. I'm good. So that's interesting. I have a map. Wait a minute. I'm all the way down here. Where's the general store? This map is confusing. How am I supposed to find anything? I hope that's not the map to the game. Boy, howdy, I'm gonna get lost. Where are we even going?
Carl was meeting his client in a store near this area. He was on the right track.
I'm butchering the pronunciation of this. 2 miles. I just left the truck running. Oh my goodness, the gas. This truck probably only gets 5 miles to a gallon. Back in 1970, who knows?
Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country
Gas was cheap
in the
back
very
then,
heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided.
I guess I'm doing well off to own an automobile.
Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the vengeance.
Whoa, 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 oof. Ow. I know I'm fine. I'm the main character. I hope that other person's okay. I need to find out. As soon as I wake up, am I gonna wake up? Am I dead? Was it all a lie? Hello? I know I hit hard. I'm here. Oh. A few hours later. I don't think I can throttle right now.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting out. Wonderful. Need to find a place that has some extra thick coats. Kona. What an introduction. Okay, so we're here to investigate some vandalism. Carl is in bad shape. He needs to heal his wounds. Oh, I guess our name is Carl.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold. The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
Yeah, I would have taken off too. I would have beat my ass. First aid kit served to heal Carl's wounds. Well, that is convenient. How do I do? How does one heal? Consumable. No. Can I open the door? How do I... Is there a way to crouch? Zoom in. Equally as good. L1. I'm freezing my butt off.
Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
Photo backside. Isabel, you gave meaning to everything. When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against the ice and blizzard. Beautiful. What is in the box?
Small locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
I ain't close to town. I'm about to freeze to death. South ammo deck. Hey,
The cold
anybody
was
here?
burning Carl. He would not hold up much longer. He had to warm himself. More materials were needed to stir up the flames.
Dang, I need some logs. Hey, I'm gonna borrow your firewood. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm about to freeze to death out here. Ooh, that's good. And a save. Double good. I'm warm. Yeah, warm me all the way up. Full heat. 4 heat stats, please. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? No? I guess they won't mind if I chill. Worst that could happen. It's already cold as crud out there. Let's start another fire in here. Matches, fire starter.
Even better than he had
Chains.
hoped, Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures.
These will get me out of the snow. And again, I just leave the car running. I don't even see the chains. Okay. Am I driving? Nope. I'm driving now. Bro, it is cold. Slow your roll. We are on pure snow. I can't see a dang thing. I'm blind. I can't drive like this. I should have went on foot.
Spread out on the 2 acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
Interesting, interesting. I can't tell if this is my inner monologue or if I got a narrator. Or I could just be crazy. You know, so many possibilities. Oh God.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Yeah, I'm really coasting. Oh God. A loading thing. Man, when was the last time you saw one of those? Oh, he's taking over. Ooh, I don't think I'm getting any gas, man. It's probably frozen solid. Gas freeze? That's a good question. I'm sure if it got cold enough, gasoline could be frozen. I'm curious what's in the box.
The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottle. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Well, that means that there's people. Maybe there's somebody inside. Got some trowels. Got a lot of cinder blocks. What's going on, y'all? We got an outhouse. Anybody in there? Hello, hello? No? Okay. Oh, I can't go in and use the outhouse? You know what? You're right. I'm too civilized. Too civilized to sit on some wooden planks and poop in a hole. The heck is this? Paw prints. Wait a minute. We got some paw prints. Says take out my camera.
Carl was used to strange phenomena. But a chunk of ice like this? As if an iceberg came out of the ground? That was a first.
That's a good picture.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
What you mean wolves? Why I gotta worry about wolves? telling me about no wolves now. I ain't trying to mess around. I'm gonna take another set of logs just to have on me. Hello? I don't know. Maybe somebody's in here actually. Seems to be all locked. I'll check the general store. And again, I just leave the car running. Can I better get some gas? Mega Man? Oh, Mega Mart. That sounds familiar. Mega Mart. I got snow tires? I thought I saw a dot. Maybe it wasn't. Anything in the mailbox?
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Didn't find the mail key. Let's see. Nos change can boss penens pose it balance. 250. Something. Oh God!
The Bulldog, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, has seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Sure. I am a detective. I mean, of course I recognize that.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
The frack you say? What do you mean? I was just out here. Hello? Was it the outhouse? Did somebody blow it up? I know you in there. You blowing it up? No?
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a
generator
wiring problem when he saw it.
Man, it's dark in here. But gosh, I got a flashlight. What we got going on? Not that, nothing. Electricity from the generator, which I do not have. So I need to fix the generator to... Secretary wouldn't be luxury in here. Oh yeah, that's a lot of... Another flyer. Cash register instructions. To open the cash register, punch the price 2 numbers minimum. Press sale, turn the crank 2 times, punch the machine if it doesn't work. Got it. That's how we get in the cash register. We robbing this place, obviously. You know, my employer's dead, I gotta get my money. I gotta get my money. Hello? Hold up. That was creepy. Manistan, Quebec's Klondike. Was that it? Huh, no. Quebec's Klondike. Another long one. Northern Quebec's economy is booming. The north of Chibougamau. Chibo. The north of Chibo area's population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospering. thanks to the hard labor of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly in expanding Quebec's national wealth, mines and hydroelectricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream. Turn it into your reality now. The mines, a sector in full expansion. Did you know that since 1960, Canada tripled the amount of resource royalties it collects? Did you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under your very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools and our hospitals depends on minerals. Exploiting our resources, the road to our future. This just sounds more in bad taste than it does positive. Why do you have these flyers? The general store also serves as a post office for the locals. Well, doesn't look like any of the locals have come by to get their mail except four, excuse me.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already. A nice picture of the Magasin La Chance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
We are hardened men, hunters. Didn't even travel half the province of Quebec to come here. Interesting. This place is a mess. Yeah, it looks like there was a scuffle. Hey, this place got tape. It does have fire starters. I'll be taking all those. I mean, nobody looks like they'll mind. I mean, no one is clearly dead. Nothing I can do about that. Rice Crunchies by Bellog. Bellog's, oh, excuse me, Ball Hogs. Ball Hogs Rice Crunchies. And Apple Jars. Unlike some Apple Jars, we got Pur Jasmine, Petit Chow. All very interesting, but I'm looking for a broken clock. How convenient. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for, though. Oh, man, that's a lot of drawers. Open. Tape. And matches. Open. Documents. Customer credit.
That law, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on.
Oh, these are their addresses. Hey, we've got addresses now, so now we can figure out which one of these dudes probably did it. Excellent. We are detecting right now a key. Garage key. Excellent. I saw that earlier. I can't. Let's try picking up the phone.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Well, I mean, the power's not on right now. I probably should wait till the power was on. That's on me.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
Alright, note from Gillis. You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers can catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Oh. Hold on. How do I bring that back? clearly not there. Documents. Not to worry, I will have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I'll have to close down the shop, unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you, after all you must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Gillis. He definitely doesn't sound too great. The power. Man, I just want some gas. What happens if I move the lighter? I don't know if that thing's playing anything. I can climb up. What's up here? Sherry wine. Okay. No, really? What gave you that idea? Obviously, you want to use a flashlight. Alright, 30 for sale. Cranky, cranky, opening up. You're not gonna take the money? I mean, that's a lot of money, man. Nobody even knows you. I mean, the cameras are off. It's a lot of money. Ah, we're private detectives. I drive a truck. I'm alright. There's a case. Can't go back to my criminal ways.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem in his cell phone.
I need scissors or something. Probably scissors. I can get to the garage now, though. I have the key. Maybe we'll find some scissors in here. But, oh. Well, that is just sad. What is that noise I'm hearing? I hope that's just water dripping. And not somebody eating something.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Hardware. Bingo pliers. Ah. Alright, enough of that. Ain't no time for elevator music. We're on the case. I need to find a way to get to that crowbar. But I don't really see a way to do so with this giant car in the way. And all this junk. I don't even see a lift. But why is the music getting all dramatic? Like something's about to happen. Is something about to happen? It's a very peaceful game. You know, I mean, there's a murder, but still not bad. I mean, it could be worse. Alright, turn on this power.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
This is the garage, so that one off to this one on.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time. The note explained that the garage
Yes,
and
yes,
the
yes,
store
yes. I
couldn't
know,
be
I
supplied
know.
with electricity at the same time.
You keep telling me, and I know this. It's okay. You just gonna turn that off. Let's pump. Now the pump's working. Alright. I guess I should now investigate this body. And yep, I'm gonna take out my camera. Gotta get a good picture. Smile! Oh, he is. Sweet. That's gonna look great in the newspaper. Wearing his absolute Sunday best. Let's see what this parcel
What
says.
could be inside that envelope?
Torn
Carl was
envelope.
taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Ooh. Got a little spy espionage, maybe? Mr. John Vaughn, Montreal. I guess we're not gonna open it.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Exactly, and that's why we should take the money from the register. I mean, why wouldn't we? Who's gonna pay us for this investigation now? Now, I did read in the drop trophy list, there's a trophy you get for not using any vehicles in the game and walking around barefoot. Well, walking around on your feet. Looking at this map and seeing where I am, and the fact that I have to go back to see Roy, Batard, and Lackey Niece, I don't feel like I want to do that. I think it would be best to just drive around. There are some back trails that I'll probably take in future episodes, but for right now, I think our best bet would be to go see Roy. I don't know why.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gelation. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Well, you know what? That might be true. But at the same time, I don't want to do that. I want to go back. Because, see, now I can't see the names, because now I'm in here. But we're going to go
Carl
back
felt
to
that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out. That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts, or not. The punishing cold rendered the door frozen tight. Carl saw no way to open it.
Without that crowbar from earlier, probably. Well, that is a very interesting way to park. Was that there when I came in? I don't recall seeing that when I came in. Yeah. It is what it is, though. We still got some gas. Hopefully I can get back to the general store before we run out. Because I feel like gas is going to be a hard thing to keep. Okay, where are we going? Okay. Keep going this way. remember all these mailboxes and houses when I came here the first time. Why does Roy have to live so far away? Alright, we're almost at Roy's. There it is. Oh, another loading screen. I don't think I want to drive down there. It would be just easier to walk it, 'cause it doesn't really seem like it's that far. So I want to get this in position so I can drive back. Yeah. I'll just leave it running, because, you know, gas doesn't matter. And we're gonna commit a felony by reading this person's mail. Letter for Wilfred. Dear Mr. Roy, I am writing this because I feel guilty. The other day, Martin and I were taking a stroll not far from your house, and we saw that the door to your shed was open. I wanted to mind our own business, but Martin likes living on the edge. Martin's a bad boy. He took a few shiny things, including some bullets. Now my dad always told me never to play with those things, so I immediately put them back. But Martin hid other things. I confess, Mr. Roy, I have so many regrets. But you mustn't call the police. You won't call them, will you? My father would be so angry. Excuse me, I seem to have hiccups. I will bring back all of your things, I promise. Marie Bedard. Aw, poor kid, getting in trouble because of their friends. 1556. Seems like a nice place. Roy seems to be doing pretty good. Roy's house. Very dramatic. The doghouse. Where's the dog? Fido. Nobody? No doggo. Yeah, dang, wait a minute. It just occurred to me, this dude, like, his trees are like spikes. Thought that window was broken for a second. Hey, Roy. Oh, crap, I don't have the key.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Oh, hush, it's not that bad. We've only been out here for a few minutes. If that. Another freaking bottle. What we got here? We fled. It was getting too dangerous. More people live in North Manistan. It will be safer there. Janine Roy.
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
So they left, you say. I'm gonna start a fire. Warm my buns up. Yeah. Feels good. Alright, let's keep searching around for Roy's house. Another dead line, it seems. What we got up here? Caribbean snow. Sugarcane. What are weird places for cabinets? Oh, I guess they are by the dining room. Ooh, chess. Alright.
Just one more move and white is checkmated. Game over. It seems the game was abandoned right before the final strike came down.
Wow. Heck yeah. Nice. Oh boy, okay. The fantasy. Page 1. Matthew? I'll say Matthew. Matthew had yet to add murderers to his curriculum. He was fond of new experiences, especially the most thrilling ones, and taking the life of a flesh and bone individual who the night before was still able to think, dream, fantasize, calculate, read, held the promise of exhilarating sensations. Unlike Raskolnikov, it was about axing an old Jewish hag to pieces to test some lunatic theory. Okay, don't like that at all. Not at all. Matthew just wanted to know how it felt. It seemed so simple. Horribly simple. He didn't have any particular victim in mind. Like most people, his desires ran quite wildly. So he only had vague idea of them in mind. He pondered using a rifle or a knife, assassinating a young girl or an old man. He tried to focus on practicability. His victim would have to be defenseless. Bodybuilding wasn't exactly Matthew's strong suit. He would have to act spontaneously, but not too much. He wasn't that eager to learn what spending the rest of his life in prison would be like. Some experiences carry on just too high a cost to be worth it, really. Yeah, like, don't do this. I'm hoping that was a book page and not a journal entry. I don't know, can we close that door? It's gonna get cold in here now. Thing in the oven? Well, they weren't cooking. In that drawer. Ooh. Matches. Gotta have them. More apple jars. Apple jars. What a name. I know they couldn't say Apple Jacks, but apple jars is crazy. That's a thing. Cookie jars are always too high to reach. Well, that's what chairs are for. Can I take a chair? No? Really? I can't move the chair to see what's in the cookie jar. Let's see. Dang, they're stuck. They left all this food. Kona Cola. Is that all jelly? It's orange jelly, I think. It's orange preserves. You got some cretins. Some cheddar cheese whiz. Oranges. Some eggs. Looks like some hamburger. I don't like how you store your food, though. You got the hamburger on top of your boxes. It's going to drip. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, family photo.
The couple radiated something akin to lightheartedness, to freedom. Perhaps some people out there truly found a way to live happily ever after.
They do look happy.
A picture of Wilfred in his youth. Carl figured right away that the man must have been some kind of wildlife officer.
Well, I am Sherlock Holmes with these detections, man. Let me tell you.
The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends.
Interesting, interesting. Bathroom, 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 bathroom. Oh boy. More notes. What on earth is that? Oh, it's a duffel bag. I got ammo? Am I gonna get a gun? What do I want with a gun? Oh, I guess that's for the bears and wolves and stuff. Hello. And more notes. And that sound means that I am Kona-nopoly. If you win, if you pass, go.
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Roz drove out of town with their closet in tow.
We're gonna finish up this room, and then that's gonna be it. Oh god, the fantasy, page 2. It was around that time that Matthew met Beatrice, of course, of mediocre beauty at best, the girl with her distinctive features, cheeks covered with large pocks, like freckles, Jew nose, oily forehead. There is a lot of racism, it seems like, in here. Tired but vibrant eyes, shaded red hair, slender as a child body, chirpy laugh, you name it. It was the very image of innocence. That happened to be precisely the kind of victim Matthew was picturing in his mind, though. One night, as he was contemplating the ceiling from his bed, he swore to himself again and again, "I'll kill her." His dreams were later filled with images of the imminent crime. He had come up with a simple enough plan. One fine evening, he would visit her place to become familiar with the area's intricacies and feel closer to the impending murder, to slowly dig into Beatrice's thoughts, desires, dreams, and abilities. This way, he would be able to get a concrete sense of what his sinister deed would be stripping away from the very fabric of life. The whole thing would take 2 days, a week at most. This is a creepy-ass book. Why the heck is it in here? In the kids' room. Oh god, the fantasy, page 4. And the fantasy, page 3. The first time he met Beatrice, however, she unexpectedly revealed her troubled origins to Matthew. She was adopted at the age of 4, and recalling her former life still gave her a hard time. She played the piano in so graceful a manner that people often thought she may be the natural offspring of a musical virtuoso. She always cried before falling asleep, torn from the inside by a dreadful pain she couldn't explain. She confided to him so profoundly that Matthew couldn't get enough, coming back every night to learn every single thing of what would come out of that delicate mouth, after pulling one last breath out of it. Every night he reflected on what the death of Beatrice would mean in terms of losses to humanity's common heritage, be it the sound of her sobbing or of her piano melodies, the compulsive tapping of her long index finger on her temple when she harbored dark thoughts, or any other little thing. It didn't matter. Everything would indiscriminately vanish. Everything. All these thoughts made for some blissful slumbers indeed. Then days became weeks, and before he knew it, it was Matthew's turn to throw his secrets at her, his hopes, his cries of despair, as if throwing coins in a wishing well. She'll be dead by the end of the month, he promised himself. Alright, and then there was one more. Double, page 4.
A murderer's diary. Carl's detective training compelled him to write some excerpts down. What sort of monster could give life to such a bizarre tale?
That's a good question. The two lovebirds were still going at it 7 months later, though, confiding fears and desires alike near that fireplace several days a week. The populace took notice, and wounding words eventually found their way to Matthew's ear, prompting him to take action to prove his gentlemanship. He had asked Beatrice's hand in marriage. He would have more than enough time to kill her later. Today, when Matthew stares at the motionless ceiling just like he did 20 years ago, he still wonders what he would be removing from existence by slitting Beatrice's throat, what he would be depriving his children of. Then, as if soothed by his fantasy, he gently drifts off, smiling the night away. Creepy. Alright, y'all, that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, like, share, subscribe. We've got plenty more content coming to you, and we're going to figure out what is going on in this town. Who killed our employer? And how are we going to get paid? Until next time, I've been Outkast, your bro of the Double O Bros. See ya.